Morning, folks. Brian here, Geomagnetic Earth Watch on Thursday, June 8, 2023 on our planet. I hope you're all well. So this is not a current event. This is more educational. This is a series of events that happened July and August 2021. I want to give you some perspective of the immense power of mantle plumes and super plumes below the Earth's crust. I believe everything started in 2021 and continued from there with other large events from Indonesia to Turkey, etc. So on July 29, 2021, there was a 9.5 earthquake. The Alaska Peninsula. It was somewhere in this region here, 9.5. It was very quickly downgraded to an 8.2. How do we know it was a 9.5? I'll tell you in just a couple of minutes. First and foremost, the seismograph stations from around the world picked up that earthquake as a 9.5. Direct evidence. These are all tsunami buoys in the Pacific Ocean. If a tsunami was generated from that earthquake, a tsunami wave takes 4 to 5 hours to reach Japan. In the other direction, it takes approximately 4 hours to reach the coast of Oregon. I want you to pay attention. 10 minutes after the earthquake, every single perimeter buoy on the north edge of the Pacific Plate went into motion, followed by Caribbean Island and the infamous Nova Scotia tsunami buoy, as well as Hawaii. Again, 10 minutes after the earthquake, all perimeter tsunami buoys in the north end of the Pacific Plate into motion. A few minutes later, Caribbean, Nova Scotia. South America shortly after also went into motion. Please try and visualize a massive super plume below the crust. Why did nothing happen on the North American continent? Well, quite simply, the crust is thicker and absorbed that energy. The thinnest crusts are the oceanic plates, on average of 6 kilometers thick. Again, every single one from Honshu, Japan, to the coast of Oregon, Caribbean, Nova Scotia, Hawaii. Let's continue. 2 weeks later, I'm going to talk about antipodes. Antipode is a point on the opposite side of the Earth. Earthquakes with the magnitude of 6 to 6.5 or larger, the energy will pass through the center of the Earth. As it does, it will come out on the opposite side, losing anywhere from 1 to 1.5 magnitude within 30 degrees. So the exact point to the 9.5 earthquake was right here. South Sandwich Islands certainly falls within 30 degrees, and in fact there was an 8.2 earthquake in the South Sandwich Islands. In direct confirmation, the 9.5 lost a magnitude 1.3 as it passed through the center of the Earth and came out on the other side as a 8.2. Next, I want to talk a little bit about fulcrum points. A fulcrum point is a point in the middle between two earthquakes. The energy will spread. The energy will spread. It meets in the middle. It did. 7.4 or 7.6 earthquake in Haiti. Lots of deaths. Fulcrum Point earthquake. Please remember, on July 29, from the 9.5, we had tsunami buoys in the Caribbean going into motion. A day before the Haiti earthquake, we also have a tsunami buoy going into motion, as well as a heat anomaly coming up. This was a 9.5 earthquake that the USG has very quickly downgraded to an 8.2. Massive push-up. All the tsunami buoys are along the perimeter, north edge of the Pacific Plate, went into motion all the way down to Oregon. One in Hawaii, two in the Caribbean, and the infamous one off the coast of Nova Scotia. Super plume. Perspective, folks. Turkey was not the beginning of serious changes. This one was 2 years ago. The beginning of this year. .6 to a 7.8 earthquake Banda Sea, Indonesia at the same time. Philippine Sea, these two tsunami buoys go into motion. Not all of these. Why? Branches of a mantle plume. Arms, nodes. Earthquake. Tsunami buoys. There was no tsunami. Perspective. Anyway, folks, this happened 2 years ago. This is more education. Pretty wild, eh?